Hello to all you Taurus people. This is your monthly horoscope for February of 2020. Let's delve into this. Taurus, what is going on in February? Well, it is quite a gentle month, so to speak, and there is a very nice aspect happening. One of my favorite aspects happening in the month of February, which is the planet Mars will be in Capricorn around and about the 17th of February, and it will conjoin, so coming together with the South Node. And this is one of my favorite aspects in that sense that, for instance, people who have that natally, they are people who really know how to stand up for themselves without doing too much. And it's about healthy boundaries. It's about a healthy way of using your drive, of using your assertiveness. And without being too arrogant and without being a doormat, let other people walk all over you. So, and for you, Taurus people, it is even better because it's happening in a fellow earth sign of Capricorn. So you are an earth sign, Capricorn is as well an earth sign. And this is happening in a fun house. It's the ninth house. The ninth house is the house of traveling. It's the house of connecting all the dots. I mean, on a metaphysical way, philosophical way. So there is an opportunity for you now, especially towards more the end of the month, but the last couple of weeks of the month, there is an opportunity for Taurus people when they wanted to say something, because the ninth house is a house of communication. It's a house of expressing your opinions and your view upon life. And if you have problems with saying that to other people or communicating that with other people and they didn't understand you, now is a time where you do it without thinking that, oh, I'm going to hurt other people or other people are not going to like this. Taurus people are ruled by Venus, and Venus is a planet of equilibrium. So in general, Taurus people, they don't want to fight, they don't want to argue. Okay, they are stubborn, but they don't like it when other people are angry with them. And the thing is now that, and sometimes Taurians, because of that, they hold in. And but now is a time, if you've got something to say, you Taurus people, and especially, around, you could say around work, if you really want to say something that was on your mind for a long time and you were a bit rigid there to express it, now is the time to do so. And you're going to feel that energy of Mars entering your ninth house. It makes people a bit more opinionated. It makes people a bit more, that is my opinion, and take it or leave it, that kind of energy. So use this opportunity to, if there is something that you want to say and that is really important for you, but without being too arrogant and having that healthy boundaries with other people, now is the time. So that's in general a very important transit. You already had Pluto and Saturn there still in that ninth house, which is quite tough. It's quite, it's difficult to change your mind, and it's difficult to be open for other people's opinion and also to communicate them to others. But now Jupiter joined the club in January, and now it is Mars. So it is because of your own, your own initiative that you can say things to other people without hurting them, or even if you would hurt them, you would understand that it was, I would say, that it has to do with them as well, that it has to do with your truth versus their truth. And actually, it's about your truth now. That is very important for you to speak up. It is really, really very important. So if you're someone who have difficulties with that, you're gonna feel that you're being helped in a way. The South Node is about past lives, and Mars is about action. So Mars with the South Node is like a soldier, and for you it's like the speaking soldier. It's not so much about the physical actions, but it's about the mind and how you speak your mind, for sure. Now on a relationship level, Venus is in the 12th house. Now, in Aries for the whole, well, practically the whole month, as from the 8th of February. That is your ruler, by the way, Venus. So in the 12th house, it is not the favorite position of Venus because it has to, unless you like that, you know, it's always subjective there. But Venus in the 12th, the good thing is that it is a good month for you to retreat a little bit, to withdraw yourself a little bit, to contemplate, to do things by yourself, to be alone, but enjoying being alone. And the pitfall is not to do too much for other people. They are not worth it. You see what I mean? So it is a tendency to sacrifice a lot. When Venus is in the 12th, we tend to sacrifice more to people that, you know, that are around us. So be careful there that you're doing that for someone who's worth it, okay? So, I mean, for someone who's worth it, sometimes we need to sacrifice, you know, for our children or for our lover who is ill, for instance, and we have to take care of them. That's in the positive side, but in the negative side, when they're taking advantage of you, it's not so good. But overall, when I see it overall, I don't think you're gonna let yourself taken advantage because of this Mars, remember, in your 9th house of, you know, the way that you think, the way that you see things. I think that you are able enough to say your truth. And but it's you know, it's more giving than getting, but it's only for a month, okay? Then last but not least, Mercury in the 11th house and going retrograde. Mercury in Pisces. I think for you, Pisces and Taurus goes well very easily, and those two signs, and it's typical when Mercury is retrograde in the 11th house that friends come back that you haven't seen for a long time. So I think for you it will be quite an enjoyable retrograde, or it could mean that your opinion is changing towards your friends for the good or for bad. So maybe someone that you dislike a little bit because they do some certain action, you review it, you say, they're not so bad after all, or the other way around. So there's a lot of communication with friends, there is a lot of getting in touch with friends, busyness with friends, also with groups and associations. Maybe you are in a certain association and you didn't put a lot of effort there. Maybe now you're going to do that more. This is going retrograde on the 18th of February, going direct again on the 11th of March. So for you, it is a lot about connecting, reconnecting, etc. So on a love level, you have to give a little bit more than receiving, but it's only temporary. On a work level, stand your ground, say what you need to say. Having said that, I wish you a very good month, Taurus people. Thank you so much for your time and for watching. And if you need a reading, just get in touch. Bye-bye.